I'd like to introduce our first presenter for today, Sanjoy Ray, who is the Director of Technology Innovation for Merck & Company Incorporated.
Thank you, Elizabeth, and it's a pleasure to offer a few words today of introduction for this seminar. I wanted to set the context, really, from the point of view of the pharmaceutical industry. And as you all know, the pharmaceutical industry is a science-driven industry with a mission to translate the best science into products which reduce suffering and which improve and sometimes save lives. Now, a focus on science necessarily means, as you'll all know, a focus on informatics, and therefore a focus also on data. And our industry collects really large amounts of data which are stored within distinct collections, and these repositories, these collections of data, are many and vast, and moreover, they're growing continuously as advances in technology lead to the faster creation of more and more data. The outcomes of the industry's R&D investments, then, are many repositories, each of which are large and growing ever larger. And gaining a return on this investment means extracting value from these data by translating it into actionable knowledge, which drives the creation of novel products which are safe and effective. Now, this inevitably involves a combination of specific data drawn from across many repositories. And as these repositories grow, both in number and in size, the cost-effective and scalable integration and association across data within these repositories becomes, for our industry, an ever greater challenge. Semantic data association is a capability which holds the promise of easing this challenge. And as you'll hear, Remedy Informatics has created a set of information capabilities which feature semantic data association and which are in use today. As these capabilities grow, opportunities will arise to determine by experiment the extent of the value they bring to the pharmaceutical industry. And we at Merck are very much looking forward to realizing some of the value from those capabilities. So it's my pleasure to introduce Gary Kennedy, founder and CEO of Remedy Informatics. Gary, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Sanjoy. Sanjoy described a real and significant challenge in harmonizing the various forms of data. And however great the problem is today, we often ask ourselves, well, is the problem likely to get worse or better? And I think the answer is obvious in terms of more disparate data sources, greater volume and amounts of data, and also new types of data which haven't even been realized yet. So the basis for our company is finding a way to deal with all that and make sense of it, and in fact, as I'll discuss later, to provide a competitive advantage to our customers. The problems are real, they're pervasive, they actually impede the progress for really important initiatives like finding a cure for cancer and reining in somehow the cost of healthcare and making drug development much more efficient, finding cures for rare disease. All these things have at their core some sort of information technology challenge. And sometimes we refer to this phrase of data problems as a seemingly innocuous way to describe the issue, but it's a much more pervasive problem than that phrase describes. What we have are doctors and PhDs and clinicians and researchers who spend the vast majority of their day acting as database administrators. They aren't solving scientific